Hello everybody, this is Toys R Us, and for today's Monday mystery reveal we've got a large box here with a figure that I'm going to be revealing to yourself by trying to give you some clues rather than me just opening the box, which is going to be really difficult because I've had about 4 takes of this and normally I can do them straight away. The reason why this is difficult is because the figure itself is a transformer, but it's not a transformer. And also the other thing as well is it's a figure that I've sort of liked and I've admired for quite a long time, but I've never really had a huge urge to go and get this figure until somebody, I was going to say it, I suppose they pretty much offered it. I was chatting to somebody, as I always do, about certain figures, and then yeah, you say that horrible line, what else have you got? And then they go and show you some other figures, and that's usually, in fact, that's how I've got so many things in this collection, because you never know, you might be interested in something that you think somebody is selling, but it's actually something else that they've got that you end up buying, which is exactly the case with this. Now this is nowhere near complete, and I don't normally like to do that, but for this particular figure I've made an exception because I don't really collect these types of figures. I get offered to buy these types of figures all the time, but I just don't, because it's another little alleyway, it's another little segue into the collecting. So I appreciate them, I think they're fantastic, and for that reason, but they're also always really expensive. So that's why I always made a massive I suppose exception for the fact that this has got no parts to it, apart from a couple that, bless the seller, he did me a couple of resin parts with it just for display. Anyway, there is 2 parts to this figure. The first part is probably one of the most famous, most iconic pieces of Transformers history, character, robot that you've ever going to see and ever going to know. It's came out in multiple colours, it's been multiply re-released, it's had multiple KOs of it, and then it comes with another piece as well. Now the other piece isn't going to be the first thing that you think it would be. It does come with it, they do attach together, and it would be the second one you'd be thinking of, not the first. This is awful, because usually I can say it's a Generation 1 figure from this particular time. Funnily enough, there has been they called it a shattered glass version of this figure not so long ago. They re-released this as a shattered glass figure, even though it's not officially a Transformer. It came out before Transformers, so that's why I don't really collect these, because I've always said I don't really collect them. So you pretty much know what it is. It's Diaclone. Straight away, it's Diaclone. And the as I say, they did in the shattered glass continuation of figures they released, well, it must have been 2 years ago now, they called this a shattered glass figure, which of course it's not really. What else can I sort of say about it? Even before it was a pre-Transformer, they did a couple of different versions of it. He is known as Convoy. He's definitely known as Convoy, which again is the Japanese name for Optimus Prime. Now I'm going to show you the second part first, because the second part is the other bit that you weren't, perhaps now you probably guessed anyway, which is this. So this is the trailer. Again, apologies for anybody who's now playing along and they joined into the live stream. I didn't want to ruin it. I revealed this figure during the live stream. So this is the trailer. So this was the other part. Now the front piece, obviously you know exactly what the front piece is, and as I'm sure you're completely aware, it comes in multiple colours. However, this is the powered Convoy version of it, so I'm so pleased, and this is the only reason that I brought this figure. It really is, from this particular gentleman, because I've now got, and I do really want the e-hobby version as well. I'm desperate to get the e-hobby version, but even this looks to be a different shade of it. So this is the blue cab. So hopefully the clues made a bit of sense, because I mean, imagine how many times this has been reissued and knocked off, etc. Loads and loads of times. And I also believe, as of the date of making this video, that the next missing link is going to be this colour, and they're going to be calling him Sentinel Prime. Anyway, you probably didn't get this, guys. Apologies, it was too tough to do it because the clues I couldn't really give you. But there you go, I've got, unbelievably, a powered Convoy, and I will do my best to do a review, because as I say, the very kind seller has given me some resin parts of it. There you go, guys. Thanks for watching. Take care.